original.
And I'm in love with the money.
I don't know if you're like me and you have this Andy Williams song playing through your head.
It's the most wonderful time of the year.
I don't know, for a lot of you, it's the most wonderful time of the year because guess what? It's bonus season, right? It's the annual bonus season. And my question to you is, what do you plan to do with all of that moolah? What are you going to do with that money? So I'm going to share 5 tips I can apply throughout the year, but 5 tips that I want you to bear in mind at this point of the year when you're getting that cash in the form of a bonus. Number 1, spend less than you earn. Spend less than you earn. If you do the opposite, you'll be in financial trouble. And when I say less than you earn, I'm not talking about your gross income. I'm referring to your net income. So for example, you earn 100K per year. Your net, if you're in Ontario, would be about 70K per year. That's $5,800 per month. But the average salary in Canada is about 60K, which means your take home is about $43,000 per year or $3,500 per month. So remember to spend less than you earn. And this next tip is very applicable at this point of the year when you get your bonuses. I would say save half of your pay increases, half of your bonus, save half of your tax refund. I'm not going to say 100% because if you're like me, that's not going to work, right? You need to have a little bit of immediate gratification when you get that increase, that bonus. So I'm suggesting try to save half of that. And if you make this a practice, you will see how much different your finances will look, how much better when you check your bank account or your investments you'll feel when you see your money piling up month after month. And to make this possible, see that increase in balance month after month, I would recommend tip number 3. Set it on autopilot, right? Automate your savings, automate your investing. When you automate, guess what? It's the easiest habit to keep because you don't have to think about it. So when you bump up your savings, you're investing because you've gotten that increase, or you want to put a chunk in because you have that bonus or that tax refund, automate your savings. And that's the best way to ensure that you're constantly increasing your wealth. And I know paying yourself first, it takes discipline because the bills are always demanding your attention. But guess what? Pay yourself first. And the opposite of what I said for tip number 1, when you're looking at spending less than you earn, look at your net. When you're paying yourself, look at your gross. Aim for 15% of your gross income. If that's not possible, start at 5, start at 1. Just start, because guess what? More important than the amount is the discipline of investing and saving. So aim for 15% of your gross income, and this will slowly eradicate any financial problems that you have, as well as set you up for a strong financial future. The next tip is look out for index funds to invest in, and the best vehicles to use for your index fund investing is tax-exempt vehicles. Using index funds gives you access to pooled market performance, right? We could try betting on individual stocks, but having pooled access to a market, a segment of the market, for example, the S&P 500, the NASDAQ, the TSX 60, kind of mitigate some of the volatility, kind of does some smoothing on your behalf. And there are multiple vehicles to use, and I prefer for you tax-exempt vehicles. So you might have the vehicle of an RRSP, a TFSA. Those are tax-exempt growth vehicles. But of course, my favorite, and I'm biased, I'll say it out loud, I'm biased. My favorite is the cash value universal life policy, because that allows me to take advantage of these index funds, these pooled wealth creators, and I get the tax exemption the room that I create for myself, not dictated by government per se, and I get to benefit from giving my dollars multiple jobs. Why I love the cash value universal life policy? One, it forces discipline. Similar to automating, it forces discipline because you've contracted to contribute a certain amount every month towards your future. And this is a long-term vehicle. It's a long-term play to support those long-term goals. So through the pre-authorized deposits that you set up, you are forced to be disciplined to look after your future. I know some people feel that they're going to sacrifice long-term liquidity, right? But they are not going to sacrifice that. In fact, you'll have access to the money. It's like having your cake and eating it too, right? Your investments inside of your life insurance policy will be there for you to use to access. And also, you will be able to access it using different strategies. You can withdraw, I wouldn't suggest that, but you could leverage other ways to access. For example, a policy loan or a collateral loan in the future if should you need it. And the good thing about this, with the ability to access without interrupting the investment cycle. When you invest inside of your cash value life insurance policy, you're actually giving your dollar multiple jobs. And to me, the protection that it gives to your family, that income protection, just in case something happens in the short run, the unforeseen happens and we leave this planet earlier than we want to, right? We know that our families are protected with that income replacement that an insurance policy payout provides. But the benefits that I love, the ones that we enjoy while we're living, are the tax advantage growth and the ability to leverage that policy for further reinvesting, right? So being able to access the value inside of your policy for further reinvesting. And the other advantage that especially now I know some people would appreciate is the creditor protection, especially if you name a preferred beneficiary on your life insurance policy. You provide that cash value, that fund value that you're building over time, creditor protection. So can't touch this, right? I love that little slogan when I think about the creditor protection. The next thing is, I don't know if you've been watching the markets recently, but being able to have that performance that has been shown in the S&P 500 and the NASDAQ, 30+% in the past 12 months or so, the past year, that's awesome returns. And to have that inside of your policy, tax exempt, going tax exempt for you, that is a great return. Not every year is the same, right? But the ability to experience that gain, tax exempt, that's 2 thumbs up to that for me. So my question to you, did you miss out on all of that? Do you still have your money stuck in a savings account, not really working for you? Do you want to give your dollar multiple jobs? Look into this option of investing inside of your life insurance policy. And what I love about it, it gives me control. I control the amount of my tax exempt limit with the coverage that I purchase, the amount of coverage that I purchase in my universal life policy. I can self-direct my investing, right? I can review the performance. I can rebalance my portfolio inside of my policy when I need to. And when I access funds, when I leverage my policy, using it as collateral to access funds for future, for reinvesting, guess what? I dictate the terms of repayment of that low interest lending. So think about what you do with the bonus you get this season. What do you want to create? Do you want to create perpetual wealth creating vehicle for yourself by investing in your life insurance policy? I recommend check it out. Get some more information. Learn what it can do for you. So a quick synopsis of the 5 tips. Spend less than you earn. Yeah. Otherwise, you'll be in trouble. Save half of your pay increases, your bonuses, or your tax refund. I know 100% is not realistic, especially if you're anybody like me, right? And automate your savings because it's the easiest habit to keep. When you automate, you don't have to think about it, it's just done for you. Pay yourself first and aim to pay into your investing account, your savings account, whatever vehicle you choose, 15% of your gross income. Check out index funds and use a tax exempt vehicle to house your index funds. We have a few available to us in Canada. I've shown you my favorite, the cash value life insurance policy, in particular, a universal life policy that allows you to choose your underlying investment. Choose it, view it, rebalance. You have control. Again, happy bonus season. If you want to learn more about how you can create a policy that provides you tax sheltered growth, that allows you to choose the underlying investments and allow you to benefit from market type returns, give me a call or send me an email. Have a great holiday season.